what's your problem with Peter Obi's academic records as indicated in that introduction? We all know that Mr. Peter Obi attended the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, right? We also know that he has multiple qualifications. If I may throw it in, he was my classmate at the Sai Business School at the University of Oxford. So he has classmates who can stand up and say, I sat in the same class with Peter Obi. I can at least attest to that. Okay? And then you say, in the, as the introduction indicated, that even the APC candidates' academic records are more straightforward. What is straightforward? Chicago State University or Government College Ibadan? If you may just educate us.
Well, thank you for the question. Well, I made that statement in response to criticism from the Labour Party against the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress. And I said, if you look at all the presidential candidates, the least educationally qualified, the most educationally backward, if you like, is the Labour Party candidate. Rabi Mr. Congress, who has a PhD in water engineering, Waziri Atiku Abubakar has a master's with distinction in international relations, and Bola Tinubu has a second-class upper in accounting. And you have the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, who had a second-class lower in philosophy. And if you put that together, it's obviously the lowest. And so when they were poking fun of Bola Tinubu, they have a number of their surrogates and a spokesman saying that, he didn't even go to Chicago State University. I said before, look, I do not like Bola Tinubu because I know for a fact that he's a known drug lord. However, I went to Chicago State University myself, physically, I went there. And I released photos. I went there to their exams and records office, and I asked them, and they did tell me that yes, Bola Tinubu attended. He's a proud alumni of the institution, and that there is no doubt, there is no controversy about it. And that's what I wanted to make known to the public. If we're going to be criticizing, we're going to do that based on facts, based on truth. Because we cannot be going after a man with dishonest information or with lies. And if you look at what Bola Tinubu has said, and if you look at what Peter Obi has said, Peter Obi, in terms of lies, he's told much more lies than all the other presidential candidates. I wrote an article, 11 major lies told by Peter Obi. He's told lies from everything from his shares at IBL, from meeting Peter Odili at school, which he didn't do, to American players dominating in the NBA, which was a lie, to saying that a company invested in, employed 60% of Anambra people, which was not true, to claiming that Bola Tinubu sent out anti-Igbo WhatsApp messages telling Yorubas not to vote for him. Look, we cannot run a presidential candidate with such dirty lies, a presidential campaign with such dirty lies. If you're going to go and criticize somebody, it has to be based on the fact. And that was just what I was trying to establish.
In trying to tarnish the image of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, to tarnish his image by Reno Omokri, Ruben Abati has come out to ask him, what is your problem? And let us hear what he said. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, while speaking last week in Rivers State, alleged that the former governor of Rivers State, Peter Odili, was his former classmate, and that has raised some investigation over the fact that Peter Odili cannot be Obi's classmate. Obi came out to clear the air that he never claimed that Peter Odili was his classmate, and that he only said everyone knows him in their school because he was a very good footballer at that time. Reno Omokri, in reaction to the incident, has alleged that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, still has a better school qualification than Peter Obi. Dr. Ruben Abati, in an Arise TV interview, has clarified some facts that everyone knows Peter Obi's school, and that he could attest to the fact that they both went to school together. He said to Reno, what is your problem with Peter Obi's academic record? We all know that Peter Obi attended the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, right? And we also know that he has multiple qualifications. If I may throw it in, he was my classmate at the said business school at the University of Oxford. He has classmates who can stand up and say, I sat in the same class with Peter Obi, and I can attest to that. You see Reno? That guy, is the one that told us that he went to go and use a $4,000 to go and investigate Tinubu's class, and nobody will talk, say they know whether he go or not. He already has a baggage. So, like I always talk about this government, you can't score 10% over 100%, and you come out and tell us that we should grade you that you have passed. Who does that? Who does that? You got 10% and you expect to be for you to be accorded as a good student or what. Even if you score 10 marks, even if you score 2 marks, even if you score 39%, you have failed. So coming out to tell us that they did one bridge, they did Ibadan Expressway, all those on our watch, compared to the larger areas that they failed. So if you come and tell us that you did that, we don't even know where you belong, because you don't even get, I can see that, you are not responsible. Let me put it that way. You are not responsible. And that's why Abati is asking, what is your problem with a Obi academic record? So how can you not tell us somebody who did not go to primary school? He told us he did not go. Not that people said, oh, he's the one who turned around. Tinubu turned around and said he did not attend primary and secondary school, and that there was a time he filled that form that he filled with INEC, and he came out and told us that somebody filled that on his behalf. You see how these people can mess up. And the person that came out that he filled it, I didn't know. I don't understand, because it was when they filled that form that he went to so secondary school. Some people came out and said, no, Tinubu did not go to this school. We were in this school at this particular time. He was not with us. That was when they now removed that. So is it that person now you are coming to tell us, isn't it, that is not better than Peter Obi? All of you, God will judge you. God will judge all of you. You can imagine. God will judge all of you. That one said, what is your problem, Reno? Of course, now better question be that, what will be your problem with Obi's academic record? Everybody knows it, so it's not something you're going to be arguing back and forth. All the things that you have been saying all this while, has he ever deterred the people? And this is the reason why a lot of people believe that this man collects money. So whether what he's doing is yielding positive result to people who sent him, it doesn't bother him, for the fact that the most important thing is for him to deliver the message, or to deliver what he has been given, the assignment he has been given to do. That is exactly what this man is doing, because the more you criticize him, you brought a lot of things. I think these days he has been calming down. All the things he has brought about against Peter Obi, he has even made people to now go and do their own verification. Say, maybe all these jab or tantrums being thrown at this man, maybe they could be true. Let us go and find out ourselves. And they went and came back and now discovered that, oh, these guys are something else. They are something else. You see, it's academy. This is more than this thing. Just unfortunate. Can you imagine?